Hi, today I'll be coding something like this, so yeah, let's get started. We're going to start with a 2D assembly, so that's going to be assembly 2D, and within it we're going to have two bars, so bar, and then we're going to have a second one, just copy paste that. Okay, now let's move on to the CSS and let's start putting stuff on the screen. So if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I like to do this. On the body and on all the elements, I set display grid. Okay, and then, so we're going to have those bar elements. And something else I like to do, and you may have seen in my previous videos, I do this sort of stacking, where everything is in the cell at the intersection between the first row and the first column. So basically the grid is just one cell where I stack everything. Okay, so something like this. Then I'm going to have before and after pseudo elements. Okay, and here we're going to set a padding, something like 3ems. We're going to set a background, and of course we're going to set a content, because otherwise we're not going to see anything. So okay, now something else I want to set here is, let's do something for the body. So we're going to set place content center. Okay, so that puts everything in the middle. We're going to make this height full height, because otherwise it takes the height of the content. Okay, let's get rid of that scroll bar, margin 0. Okay, now next step is going to be separate these two bars. So we're going to set a switch, and this is going to be 0 initially, and then we're going to have on the second bar, so nth child 2, we're going to switch the value to 1. Okay, so what we're going to do here is compute a sine, so sine I, and this one is going to be calc, calc 2 times I minus 1, and this is going to give us minus 1 if I is 0 and 1 if I is 1. So here we're going to set transform, translate. Okay, and here we're going to have a calc, and this is going to be 50% plus 50% times square root of 2, which is approximately 1.4, but and of course everything is going to get multiplied with that sign. So right, this is going to be calc. Okay, so it's going to be something like this, and of course we can take that 50%, we can take it out in front, so this is going to leave 1 plus that, and we're going to have that 50% there. Okay, but the thing is, we can actually have this computed if we, I don't know, it depends how you want to do it. If you feel like adding compass just for this is too much, but yeah, this can be square root of 2, so we can just of 2. Okay, so it's going to be something like this, and here again we're going to have a transform, and we're going to need this transform origin, of course, and the thing is, we're also going to need to compute the negations, so not I, and this one is going to be calc 1 minus I, and then we're going to have something very similar that we're going to set here on the pseudo elements, except this is going to be a j, so replace everywhere we have I there, we're going to replace with a j, and of course fix the alignment there, and then once more. So this is going to be what we're going to have on the after pseudo element. We're going to set that j to 1, Okay, so here we're going to have a transform origin, and this one is going to be calc, and horizontally it's going to depend on not I, so it's going to be not I times 100%. So it's going to be 100% if I is 0. So for the first one, it's going to be in this direction at the end, and for the other one is going to be on this side at the start. Okay, and vertically it's going to depend on j, so it's going to go the other way. It's going to be not j. So if j is 0, it's going to be at the bottom vertically, and if j is 1 for the after, it's going to be at the top vertically. Okay, so then we're going to have a transform rotate, and here we're going to have a calc, and we're going to have the sine of I times then we're going to have the sine of j times 45 degrees. So this should give us the result as you see it now. Okay, so that's good. So this one, the first one here, was rotated this way, and we get this one. The after was rotated this in this other direction. Okay, now the top half here, the before, was rotated in this direction, so you got this, and the bottom half, the after, was rotated in this direction clockwise, so we got this one. Okay, so that's one state, and then we're going to need to have an animation, and something we'll be doing on all the elements and on all pseudo elements after, okay, is animation inherit. Now for the assembly, we're going to have a rotation, so keyframes unit, let's call it, and this one is going to go to transform rotate 90 degrees. Actually, let's make it from minus 90 degrees. Okay, I think that's going to look better. So our 2D assembly is going to have animation, unit 2 seconds, linear, infinite. Okay, now here we're going to have animation name. This one is going to be half. Okay, and here animation name, this one is going to be quarter. So let's set those as well. So first off, let's take care of the quarter one. So we're going to have keyframes. So this one is going to be keyframes quarter, and we're going to have 50% and 100% transform scale y 1.5 because we need to compensate for that third in the middle. So you have like a third in the bar in the middle, so you need to compensate with scaling those halves up. Okay, so you can see how we get those bars like that. That's good. Now we're going to have once more, and we're going to have a half animation, and this one is going to be 0%, 50%, right? And what we're actually going to use is going to be this value from here, right? So something like this. Yeah, like this. Okay, and here we're going to have actually rotate calc sine of I times 45 degrees. Let's see it. I think, yeah, I think this goes the opposite direction, so let's make this minus 45 degrees. Let's see it now. Okay, now something else I want to do here is set the background here, make it black, make those bars white, so make those bars white, and let's also set mix blend mode exclusion, so it's going to look something like this. Okay, I don't really like that linear animation, so let's take care of fixing that. So let's say we're going to have something like an ease out cubic like we have there, and let's say we're going to have animation timing function. Let's set it to that. Let's say we're going to tweak this a tiny little bit, not much, but yeah, just leave it like this. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to tweak it further. I'm going to leave it like this. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you like the work that I've been putting out for 9 years now, please consider supporting it so I can do more in the future. You can do so by being a cool cat and becoming a patron on Patreon. The link is going to be in the description. Or you can get me something off my Amazon wishlist. Again, the links are going to be in the description. Or you can at least share this to show the world what can be done with CSS these days, because honestly, I think it's pretty damn cool. In any event, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!